Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction. Today, guys, I'm checking out Young Justice Season 3, Episode 6, entitled Rescue Op. Now, when I saw that title, I'm thinking, okay, who could they be rescuing? My first thought is that they're going to be rescuing more kids that have been taken, for this metahuman trafficking, and maybe they're in space, something like that. I'm not really sure, but, I mean, the fact is, the last episode, we immediately jumped to New Genesis, and we saw Orion. Not really Orion, it was Magan's brother. And there was metahuman kids that were a part of that, and then the brother killed them or whatever. So I'm thinking maybe that's what this is all tied in, is there's more metahuman kids they find, and they have to go rescue them. Maybe, I'm not really sure. But then again, at the end, and I had to think about this for a little bit, at the end of the last episode, Nightwing told Brion, we'll find your sister. So do they find Tara? Maybe, but my guess is they're probably talking about more kids that have to be rescued. That's my guess. I'm not really sure, but I'm excited. I'm really enjoying this season so far. Some of it's a slow build, but that's okay because the last episode was freaking great. Seeing the new Young Justice team, seeing them on New Genesis, seeing Orion, Magan's brother, it was overall to me a really great episode, and I'm excited to see what they do now with Rescue Op Episode 6. So without further ado, guys, let's get into now. Let's go.
Oh, well, my man.
Oh.
We haven't been formally introduced.
He looks familiar.
My name is Black Spider of the League of Shadows, Black Spider.
Okay. He's gonna be right there. Never mind. Okay, it was him.
Good job, kid. Boss will be proud. In fact, all the bosses will be proud.
Wait. Gotham. Okay. Barbara? We keep seeing that's Nightwing. Dick Grayson. I was right. Aww.
I've missed you.
You talk to me every day.
So Killing Joke
Please tell me you know that's not the
clearly
case.
happened. He's always sleeping. It's okay.
Wow. Is wow the right word?
Wow's the right. Yes, wow is the right word.
Have you tried apples yet, Forager? They're incredible.
Apple?
That's another...
New Genesis is one of two planets of origin to the new gods. The leader of New Genesis is Highfather, who lives on the floating city of Super... Halo? How do you know all that?
Exactly.
I don't know. I just do.
So you're an agent is a real alien.
Brion is the alien to Forager.
You're the alien to me.
Forager is in exile from Forager's home.
From one exile to another. Welcome to Earth.
They're gonna get along just fine.
Forager thinks Miss Martian and Miss Martian's friends are trying to figure out what to do with Forager.
They do that a lot.
They do that a lot.
Hello, Megan.
Yes.
Hello, Forager.
Yes.
How would you guys
Catchphrase.
like to share your own...
Is my sister, is Tara still alive?
I believe she is. At least she was.
I think she was at the beginning.
Princess must be rescued from these shadows.
Yes, we
So I was
must
partially
rescue her
correct.
now.
Uh-oh.
Brion, the League of Shadows is run by Raish Al Ghul, the Demon's Head, a member of the Light and one of the
Please
most
tell me they're
dangerous
going.
men on the planet.
Come on.
We are not facing Al Ghul and all his shadows.
I'm so glad you...
I'm going after Tara. But I don't know what
I figured.
shape she'll be in when I bring her back.
I'll be ready to help in any way I can.
Uh-oh.
But I thought the other... Take us where we need to go, won't you?
He's like, okay, whatever. You guys leave. Okay, they're leaving. How did no one hear them leaving?
I don't know how long you'll be.
How did they not hear that? Yeah, they're not there. He ate all those apples.
Wolf, where are the kids?
Wolf's like, whatever.
Thanks,
They can't have gone far.
Wow. Just walking on a bridge and no one stopped them yet or attempted to? This is not a good idea. This is not a good idea.
Something's not right.
No, it's not. Wait for it.
Jason said this was an entire island of assassins.
They're all
There's
hiding.
no one here. I trained the army. You didn't train them for me.
Well, you're not really, You're not ready for this.
You're sure they went to Infinity Island?
The one place we
They're
very
all in their
specifically told
suits.
them not to
Black
go.
Lightning is in a suit too.
Well,
Boy, you are here to make a fool of yourself.
That is mostly it, yes.
Perhaps your sister chooses not to be found by you.
Oh.
I've heard.
Oh! Yeah. Oh! What? Holy shit! Look at. Oh my god.
wasn't that hot?
Pain is an illusion. None of that. No.
Oh. Oh my god, dude. She's not dead though. Jesus. What? Who is that?
Real Markov. Look.
Yep, she's killing herself. Oh. Ugh. Yeah, she wouldn't have done.
A new god.
Curious. I felt her life drained from her master.
Yeah.
I swear it.
Resurrection does happen here, though usually not without a Lazarus pit.
This is why you don't go in unprepared.
Exactly.
Hold still. We just want to leave.
Your trespass must be punished.
Wrong answer.
Wrong answer. Oh, oh shit. Oh, here we go. Who is this? Jesus. Oh. Really? Oh, okay, there you go.
Enough. I believe the detective will be quite disappointed.
The detective.
Boy, the
Boy.
shadows may indeed have your sister, but I'm no longer head of the shadows. As you can see, I'm no longer part of the light.
Really?
Lies.
Really?
Fool is many things, but a liar isn't one of them.
Okay.
Your memory is finally returned.
Is that Jason?
Excellent.
And was that Talia with Damien?
You will not be doing this again.
I know I made mistakes.
You would not be
Big
doing this
mistakes, but
again.
Please, I need your help. I'm not ready to walk. I do not believe any of us would fit inside your team.
But we can remain outside together.
That's the commitment we were looking for.
Does that mean?
Yep, we'll find a way to make it work. To make this work.
And just like that, you're leading another team.
Aha.
Please don't rub it in.
Karaki, go home!
No, I'm not Gabrielle. My name is Violet.
Okay. I have so many questions. First of all, this was a fantastic episode. I loved this episode. Okay, so let's talk about that big what the fuck moment towards the end. So we see these two guys come out, start fighting, and then we see more of them popping up. The guy with the big cannon, and I think we saw that earlier in the season with another guy have a cannon, he's shooting stuff out or whatever. But then this other guy with this red robotic looking mask and a red top or whatever, who is that? I was like, who is this? Like, it doesn't remind me of anybody. I don't know. And then we see the shot of this woman holding a baby. And then the guy pulls his hood off and he's like, Grayson? What? Jason Todd's alive. This is their interpretation of Jason. Now, I wonder if at some point they're going to do traditional Red Hood, or if this is going to be their version of Red Hood, or just whatever, their own interpretation of Jason coming back. Because what they did was, I think it was beautifully done. In Season 2, of course, they had a 5-year time jump in between Season 1 and Season 2. So season 1 ends, Season 2 begins, 5 years have passed. So they had like a memorial thing with like holograms of heroes that had joined the team Young Justice, and they had passed in between the events of 1 and 5, or at least just people who passed away in between the timelines, so that we know. Jason Todd, we never got to see him. I don't know if Jason Todd was ever in the comics that they put out that were like telling stories in between Season 1 and Season 2. I need to look into that. But that has to be Jason Todd. It has to be, right? It has to be. So Talia is holding Damian Wayne. So clearly they're setting up at some point down the road, Damian Wayne is going to be around potentially in the future or something. So that means that Bruce Wayne and Talia got it on recently. Well, in between the events of Season 2 and 3. So that is interesting. So we see Brion lead his little group to was it Infinite Island or whatever, and they run into, and the guy looked familiar. I can't place his name exactly. Like, that's not Ra's al Ghul. Like, you guys let me know in the comments who exactly that was they were talking to, but he looked familiar. I just can't place the name. And I'm like, Brion, you're an idiot. You're not gonna get through this. This is not gonna end well for you. And clearly did not end well. So luckily they all showed up. And then, of course, they had a little fight sequence. Ra's al Ghul is like, first of all, there's nobody here. Because what I think is interesting, they open up and I'm like, that looks like Black Spider. I wasn't sure, but it was Black Spider. And then they showed the giant rock. I'm like, that's Terra. That has to be Terra. That's my guess. And we see up there, I'm like, it could be Terra, but I think it's Terra because the way how this episode is centered around Brion trying to find his sister. So I was wrong. My first prediction was going to be a rescue op for a rescue mission to get more of the kids that were taken via the trafficking or whatever. That was my guess, but I was incorrect. So it was about Terra. I should have really pushed on that theory, but I was like, I don't think they're going to cover that right now, but they're starting to get into it. This episode really, I think, pushed up Season 3 in my personal opinion in terms of the overall quality of the stories. I love the fact that we're starting to see more of Halo, or as she calls herself, Violet now. Brion is starting to, well, he's getting used to his powers, but he's obviously not mastering. And I have to double check because I'm trying to get used to, I'm bad with names to begin with, so forgive me. Forager. Okay, Forager. I don't know why I keep thinking something else. But I like Forager. I like this character. I like the fact that he is... I like the little clicking noises or whatever when he's after he gets done talking, and how he talks really different than everybody else. It's like, Forager is a part of this person's hive because you gave me an apple. It's like, okay, well, that makes sense because he was a part of a hive on New Genesis, and now he's like, I'm a part of a new hive. So they set up to where Brion, Halo, and Forager were going to be kind of working together, or they were like saying, we're going to work together as a hive, and then it's like, Dick Grayson's like, no, we're all going to work out together. So I'm guessing everybody on that ship, now maybe not Magon and Superboy, because they're still part of Young Justice, or at least they're still part of that team, helping those kids and, whatever, being the mentors, because they're the oldest ones there, that everyone else on that ship, Black Lightning, Nightwing, Tigress, Artemis, whatever, all three of them, who else? I'm trying to remember, I have to go back, but literally, they're all setting up that this is going to be the team, and I think that was part of that artwork that they showcased, was that we saw Nightwing, we saw Forager, we saw, I think, Geoforce and Halo, and a couple other people as well, I think Artemis as well on that. So I'm guessing, or maybe Magon and Superboy are also going to be a part of this team as well, besides Young Justice. I'm not really sure. There's a lot of teams going on here, but I'm digging it. I'm really digging it, because I think what they're doing is the showrunners, Greg Weisman, Brandon Vietti, they had the show for 2 seasons. It got canceled, of course, by Cartoon Network. It's been brought back after a long time. They're now given the opportunity to continue the show their own way, and I think they're continuing it as it would have continued if the show never got canceled. That's what I think they're doing. And so for them, it's like, look, I think they have faith that they're going to be given more seasons and given more time to develop and do more storylines. So they're forging ahead as normal. Like, they're not going to slow down, and they're not going to, just throw everything in all at once. Everybody is looking at the first letter of each of the titles for this, because people are suspecting it's something about it, that if you look at all of the, if you look at the first letters of each of the title of the episodes, it's this. It all revolves around the anti-life equation, dark side. Because clearly we see Apocalypse. We know that Apocalypse at the end of season 2. That was the big cliffhanger, and of course when the show got canceled, it was a big what the fuck moment. Clearly, I think they're setting up Darkseid's going to be in the back half of the show, or possibly season 4. I'm not really sure, but I think there's something involving Apocalypse. That has to be, because Apocalypse is showcased in the intro. So clearly, there's something going on. No, wait, no, that was not that was not Vandal. I was just thinking, was that Vandal Savage on Infinite Island? No, I don't think it's not. It's not Vandal. I don't think it's Vandal Savage. But this was a pretty damn good episode. I really, really enjoyed it. Holy Jesus. And just the small little teases at the end there, and then the team forming, and just seeing Ra's al Ghul. I mean, it's just cool shit. I wonder what the next episodes are going to be about. I wonder if we're going to be seeing more of this team working together. That's my guess. But I wonder, are we ever going to focus on the outsiders? Jesus. I wonder. Wait. Barbara. We can see a little bit of Barbara, a little bit of Oracle. That was cool. And we keep seeing these headsets. Those are going to tie in some sort of way. They have to tie in because we keep seeing those. But I'm not really sure how they're going to tie in, but they definitely got to tie in at some point. But there you have it, guys. This was a great episode. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm curious to know what you thought about this episode. Let me know in the comment section below, guys. I will talk to you guys soon.